Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. I have another video for you today from The Empire Strikes Back from a Certain Point of View book. I had a lot of fun making this video, so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please subscribe, like, and comment, but let's get right into it. So the point of view I wanted to share with you comes from Admiral Ozil. Admiral Ozil was a human male officer who served the Galactic Republic and the Galactic Empire in turn. Born on the planet Karita, prior to the rise of the Empire, he served in the Republic Navy as a commissioned officer during the Clone Wars. A civil war fought in the galaxy during the last years of the Republic. After the war, his military career would continue under the new regime established by Emperor Sheev Palpatine. As an admiral, Ozil was the commanding officer of the Executor, an Imperial Navy Executor-class Star Dreadnought, and the flagship of the Sith Lord Darth Vader. At the time of the Galactic Civil War, in the year 3 ABY, he oversaw the initial attack on Hoth after the Empire discovered the location of the Rebel Alliance's secret base, but was summarily executed by the way of the Force as a result of Vader's displeasure in the Admiral's fundamentally incompetent tactics. Following Ozil's death, his rank and command were awarded to his captain, Firmus Piet, by the Dark Lord. And I wanted to talk to you about his death from his point of view. The chapter begins with him being force-choked by Vader through the Force. He starts to think about how he got himself into this position. He remembers when Tag was in the position Ozil is in now. At the time, he remembers thinking, at least it's not me, and at least it's over for that guy. He had to admit that in this moment, being force-choked, he preferred it to his regular monotonous day. He knows that he'd made a mistake and that the rebels were actually on Hoth, so maybe he got too close with the Dreadnought, and sure, the rebels did neutralize the ship with an ion blast, but hey, this was better than any other day he had on the ship. There's no way that this mistake was grounds for death. There's no way that Vader would just kill him for this small oversight. He thought that at this moment the grip would loosen and the lesson would be learned and he would never make the same mistake again. However, the grip did not loosen, it only got tighter. He could feel that his heart was still beating, but no oxygen was getting to his brain. He thought of when he was young on Karita, running alongside a boy. This is all he cared of thinking about. But who was that boy? His hearing started to go as Vader, Veers, and Hoth began to fade. He thought of how this would go down in the history archives and how he would be remembered as a failure. These thoughts started to melt away and all the lights and color blurred around him. All he could see and hear now was a silent movie of his last moments as the crew all scurried about trying to get things done while trying not to look at Ozil being choked. The memory of the boy had returned to him as they were running up a hill in Karita. This comforted him as his one thought turned to a woman holding him, his fiancée, comforting him with the familiar scent of her hair. She kissed him and whispered something to him, but he couldn't make out what it was. He wanted to imagine he had heard her wrong when she said, "Join the rebel forces." He remembered running up the hill again to his childhood home where his mother was waiting for him with dinner ready. He could remember the smell of her stew as he lost his vision. Now being deaf and blind, not hurting anymore, he couldn't feel the pain and sting of death. All he could remember was that boy, his fiancée, his mother's stew, and the phrase, "Join the rebel forces." He thought about how his life came to this moment and how different it could have been for him. He wanted to hold on to the memory of the boy running up the hill, but he couldn't remember his name. He thought if he could only remember who the boy was, then his forced decision to join the Empire would have been redeemed. He could see the boy not much younger than 6, and how his mom used to hold him, telling him to join the rebels. He smelt her hair, her stew, and remembered that this boy was no friend or relative. The boy was Kendall Ozil, and this was his life, the life that started out so innocent and full of hope, wanting to join the rebellion, suddenly being forced to join the Empire and ending in blackness, nothingness. This was his life. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun, as I said, and I look forward to the next one. May the Force be with you.